What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Or welcome to your first time here. Well, guys, I don't know about you all, but I personally am getting sick of hearing about Jeffrey Epstein and about we're going to be releasing the names of his clientele any day now. And all we get is things we already knew, and we get a list of people he's talked to, not the actual list of people who has actually went to the island on his private jet, on his helicopter, on his yacht, and went to Epstein Island and molested underage girls, boys, maybe dogs, cats, chickens, who knows what actually happened there on the island. But we can pretty much guarantee that it wasn't very Christian-like, that's for certain. So they keep telling us that we're going to get this reveal. They're going to release the Epstein documents. They're going to tell us who his clientele was. And we pretty much know who some of these people were already, but they keep telling us this, getting everyone to talking, everyone looking over here, and not talking about what's actually important, like the border being wide open with hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens coming across every single month, criminals, cartel, drugs coming across, people from Iran, people from China, Russia, everyone around the world is coming to the U.S., Mexico southern border and crossing into the United States and getting, their paperwork and sent right on through, and then they are legal and they're in the system then. So then they're not counted as illegals that's across the border. So if they tell us that there's been 11,000 come across, who knows how many more came across that wasn't documented, who wasn't given paperwork to come into the United States. And I saw now that California is going to give free, meaning taxpayers pay for this. California's going to give free health care to all illegals. And a lot of people will say, well, that's California, screw California. A bunch of liberal, pathetic losers in California, people are going to say. And they definitely are some of those people there. There's good people in California also, like they are everywhere. I mean, there's liberals everywhere and good people everywhere. But California is a far left liberal state. However, I think a lot of people fail to realize the fact that the United States federal government takes a lot of funds and resources and takes those from other states and gives those to California. So you and I will be paying for that health care. The only good thing I see about that is that if they're getting free health care in California, then I would see a lot of these illegals actually migrating toward California to get that free health care. So that's one good thing about that I see. However, the Epstein thing is all a distraction, and they've told us forever now that he committed suicide. He was in jail, awaiting a hearing, and he committed suicide. I don't think that happened, personally. I don't think he committed suicide. I'm not even convinced that he's dead, to be honest about it. I mean, there was autopsy, supposedly. There was photographs, supposedly, but I haven't seen any of them. I mean, and who knows if they weren't doctored or faked or whatever. I mean, I don't know if he's even been buried. He may be somewhere living in the Bahamas with his feet propped up with two underage girls, one under each arm. I mean, who knows what he's doing right now. Or he could be, dead. I don't know. But I'm not convinced either way. People that rich and that powerful with that much blackmail material on rich and powerful people, and if he had that set up, if he was smart and had that set up where it could be released even after he was dead, and they would know this, then I think he would do that and it would have been released automatically. I mean, who knows, he may have been dumb enough to have everything in a safe in his Manhattan apartment, and then the FBI went in and got that, and now the FBI is holding all that material, and they're doing all the blackmailing against whoever was on that, whoever he had the videos of. What I read is he had videos of his clients that came in and would do everything to those children, and he had videos with their names on the videos, and he had the names of the victims also on those videos, and he kept those for blackmail purposes. And he would have had backups and had that to be able to be released in the event that he died. I mean, you would think so. I mean, who knows? Maybe he wasn't thinking ahead. Maybe he thought he was invincible, and they did go in and take him out But either way, you know, if he is dead, I don't think he committed suicide, because the way everything happened, the way everything was set up, and you know, even his own brother, I saw him, Tucker Carlson, don't believe that he committed suicide. And the way I seen some of the autopsy photos of, you know, his neck, and it didn't look like he had took a sheet or something and done that around his neck, like looks like he'd been done by someone else doing it to him, and more like that's what it would have been. Because, I mean, it's very difficult, I think, to tie something around your neck and choke yourself to death while you're sitting on your rear end. And that's the way he was found, from what I have read and what I have heard. And like I said, this is all hypothetical, just me talking. I don't know what happened. I don't have any inside knowledge of what happened. But I know those tapes that he had haven't disappeared. They're still out there. Someone is holding those. And whoever's holding those, we have a pretty good idea who is holding those tapes right now, because who got those tapes during the raid in his Manhattan apartment. But, supposedly. But they have those, like I said, supposedly. I don't know. This case is one of those that there's so much mind games, manipulation, so many people, rich and powerful, trying to hide things and do things and tell lies and misdirection and everything. I mean, who knows what actually the truth actually is. But from what I read, he had video of everyone. Had their names on the video, had their victim's name on the video, and they came in and got those. And those has not been released. We don't know who was doing what. So you know that's a lot of power for someone else to hold in their hand, to be able to use for themselves. So more than likely, the blackmail has just kept on going with the same tapes. And there's not going to be released, because that would incriminate a lot of rich and powerful people, obviously. And plus, you know, whoever's using these for, more than likely, continue this blackmail scheme that Jeffrey Epstein had on these rich and powerful people, would lose all their leverage. So, don't look anytime for the actual name list to be released of, you know, this person was here at this date molesting this 13-year-old girl, molesting this chicken, this duck, this turkey, this goat, sheep, whatever. I mean, it's untelling. They are some sick people. If you watched a documentary series I talked about here about 6 months ago that was called Just a Tip, I put those videos on my website, and those aren't available on YouTube, so don't even go look for them on YouTube, because they're not available on YouTube. But I put those on my website, creekmore.com, and they're called Just a Tip. And I'll put a link in the description box below in the first pinned comment to this video, so you can go look at that. You can watch that video. There's actually 3 different videos in that series, and it shows the most vile, disgusting things, and talks about the worst things that you can possibly imagine that these rich and powerful people are doing. The people in music, the television, movies, politicians, I mean, the royals, the elites, the richest people in the world, and what they're doing. Satanic, Satanism, devil worship, child sacrifice, child rape, you know, drinking children's blood. I mean, it is absolutely disgusting, the things that's on those videos. And, you know, disclaimer, I haven't seen it with my own eyes. I just watched the videos, and like I said, I'll put that in the link down in the description box below. You can check that yourself. So you can be the judge of, you know, what you see and what you hear. But when I watched that, it was so upsetting that I'd watch about an hour and a half, and couldn't watch it anymore because I get so angry. And I would turn it off, and I would go back and watch it some more, because I want to know the truth. I want to know what's actually going on. I want to know how much evil there are in the world, because if you know how much evil there are in the world, and how evil the powers that be actually are, then you will be able to better prepare for that. Because if you don't know how evil they are, then you might be overcome, and surprised by what they're capable of. If you know that they're capable of anything, because they worship Satan, they worship the Prince of Darkness, they worship evil, and they want to be as evil as they possibly can, because they think that The evil brings them more power, brings them more wealth, brings them a longer lifespan. So they do the most evil things they can do. And when you watch those videos, just a tip, and it kind of makes you realize by looking at what's going on in the world, what's actually going on. And unfortunately, it definitely isn't Christian-like, that's for sure. It's more satanic. It is satanic. There's no more satanic to it. It is satanic Satanism, devil worshippers, which is, oh, it's horrible. It really is, guys. But like I said about Jeffrey Epstein, I don't know if he is actually dead. I don't know if he might be in Israel somewhere right now, working with Mossad again, working with the CIA. I mean, who knows if he's actually even dead? I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying either way, because like I said, I don't know. But I'm not convinced that he's actually dead. I mean, he could be, but to me, it's just like 50-50. He might be, he might not be. I mean, I don't know. And I talked about this with my mom, actually, about a year ago, about Jeffrey Epstein, that I didn't think he was actually dead. But, you know, I could be wrong. I'm not saying he isn't. I have no proof. It's just a feeling that I've got that he probably isn't. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching. I'm going to Creekmore. I'm out here, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.